Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Success UnScripted. This is the podcast for all of my ordinary people out there who are all aiming to achieve extraordinary goals, whether you're a 9-to-5er, an inspiring entrepreneur, or somewhere in between. This show is for you. And I'm your host, Miriam Hogans, and I'm super excited, y'all. We have made it to episode 9 of season 1. That is correct. Episode 9. Y'all, I'm super grateful for where the show has gone thus far. I have reached broad audiences, and people have just shared with me how much they have been grateful for the knowledge and wisdom that I have imparted into their lives. So hang in there with me. Let's see where it's going to take us, okay? Let's see where we are going to go. All right, y'all. So the season of giving is upon us, and usually we hear that phrase, "'Tis the season for giving." But hardly do we ever hear, "'Tis the season for giving up." Giving up what? Giving up what, might you ask? Well, I guess we'll have to find out. Have to stay tuned and share this with somebody so they can find out what they're about to give up to. And as always, I hope you all have had a great day, a fantastic day. And if not, you can start right now. All right, y'all. So we are getting ready to enter into a new month within the next 2 days. November is about to be completely gone, and December will be upon us. And we are getting ready to enter into the new year within the next 33 days, right? So this year has just completely passed us by, y'all. Already, we're about to be into 2024. And I want to know, what have you achieved this year? What have you achieved in the last quarter of the year? What do you have going on? What is it that you have not accomplished that you should have accomplished? That's in any area of your life, right? Whether it be personal, spiritual, on your job, within your business. What is it that you were supposed to do that you have not done yet? And these were just some of the questions that I asked myself, and the thought came to mind, man, 'tis the season to just give up. I was like, man, and I say that because there are things that I was supposed to do this year that I didn't do, and there were things that I did instead that hindered me from reaching those goals, right? So I was supposed to be doing some things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I just didn't get some things done, and that's the God honest truth. And so I was like, man, 'tis the season to give up some of those things, right? So I'm here to help someone today by giving you 7 of the things that I am giving up, and I encourage you all to do the same, right? I want to just help somebody. I was thinking about this, and I said, man, I'm helping myself right now. So what are some things that you have done this year that you were not supposed to be doing? And what are the things that blocked you from getting there, right? And I just want to put out a disclaimer. I never share things that I do not do on this show with y'all that I'm not already implementing or have already achieved, right? And I say that because, I be listening to some people, be watching some videos, and I usually can peep their fluff, and I usually can discern their untruth. So I'm not here to do that to y'all. I never tell y'all anything that I'm not working on myself, have already achieved, or have done in my life that has been proven to be true. So I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, let's get into it. 7 things that I want to share with y'all that I'm giving up, and I encourage you all to give up as well. All right. Number 1, fear. How many of us have allowed fear to just utterly and just completely destroy our lives and destroy where we have tried to go to, right? Or tried to get to in life even? How many of us have allowed fear to just completely just mess up everything, just completely throw us off track? I'm a living witness that I can be a bit scary at times, a bit scary with a lot of things, and just scary because of uncertainties, and that's normal. But I want to help somebody out this year, and going into the new year. Let's get rid of fear. So, in this season of your life, give up being afraid to pursue whatever it is that you desire to pursue. That can be anything. And I always say that success looks different for everybody. And success is not always just about money, okay? That's anything that you're trying to achieve in life, whether it's in your personal life, whether it's with your family. Pursue whatever it is that you're desiring to pursue. Remove fear, right? And usually when you pursue something, there are outcomes. There are outcomes that usually follow, right? So there's an outcome of success or failure, which is pretty normal. But the great thing about failure is that you can keep trying over and over again until you reached your desired goal. But you will never know until you try. So remove fear, y'all. It is time out for being afraid to succeed. And I tell myself this all the time, girl, you just got to get that fear out of your head. Just keep moving and stop lying to yourself, because that's what fear is. We're just making up these false narratives and we believe them and we take them for what they are, right? But the great thing about failure is that you can keep trying, y'all, but you will never know until you try. So I tell people this, right? So all fear works the same way. That's fear of anything. So for those of you, for example, who are afraid of spiders, what is the first thing that you do when you see a spider in your house? I know what it is that I do. When you see a spider or any other type of bug that you may think is a bit scary to you, what do? When I see a spider, I run. That's the first thing that I do, right? You back away, you try to avoid the spider, you try to get a broom, you try to whack it, whatever it is to get the spider out of sight, right? Y'all, that is no different than being afraid of success and achieving anything in your life that promotes growth or presents a challenge, right? So it's no different than being afraid of success and achieving anything in your life that promotes growth or presents a challenge. Additionally, when we encounter things that we are afraid of, it is normal for our fight or flight senses to kick in, right? So, for example, I tend to run. I don't want to put this on y'all yet, all right? I tend to run from the idea of winning. It's crazy, I know. I tend to run from the idea of winning, right? And sometimes we also run from the idea of owning your own thing. Like if that's your desire, like you want to own your own business or whatever it is that you want to do, we are afraid of owning our own thing. We run from the thought of being successful. We run from the thought of meeting new people. We run from the thought of being able to love again. We run from the thought of being able to forgive again, right? Being financially free. And we run from these things because we're scared. Our fight or flight senses kick in. But one thing that you guys must know about this spider is that the spider will never go away, right? At some point, you will have to kill it or attack it to succumb that fear that you have of that spider, right? So if you just stand there and stare at the spider, freaking out about this spider, y'all, it's not going to go away until you kill the spider, right? You got to do something about it. You have to attack it. You have to kill it, or it's just going to stay there or crawl around the house. And you're going to be always wondering where that spider is. That happened to me before. I saw a spider in my closet and I was like, God dog it, I should have got that spider when I had a chance, because every time I go into my closet, I'd be afraid of moving stuff because I didn't know if the spider was just going to like jump out. But the crazy thing about it is the spider's probably more afraid of me. But I found the spider, y'all, and that was good. But anyways, at some point, you will have to kill it or attack it to succumb to fear. All right? So kill the spider, kill that fear, and understand that greatness is in you. It's normal. We're all born to be great, right? And it's time to embrace it and understand that we oftentimes fail because of our fear. And that fear will never go away until we attack it, right? So stop choosing to be afraid of the possibility of failure. We oftentimes fail because of our fear. So no fear this season, all right, y'all? Time will pass away. Time will pass anyways. So just do what it is that you desire to do. Go for it. Kill the spider, right? There is no failure in trying. So you might as well go for it. Number 2, 'tis a season to give up, not trying and not challenging yourself. So this goes hand in hand with fear. When it comes to setting goals, stop setting goals that you know are easy. I can't stand it when I would do that, right? So don't set those goals that are too easy. Challenge yourself. What is a challenge? A challenge is a task or a situation that tests someone's abilities, or it is an obstacle. So challenge yourself. If it's too easy, it's not a challenge. If you're setting goals, unrealistic goals that you know that are just too easy because you're not trying, y'all, that's not a challenge, right? How will you grow if there is no challenge? So I dare you to challenge yourself this year, to challenge yourself within the next month even. So stop seeking challenges from other people, from quotes and signs. Oh Lord, give me a sign. Y'all, it's not that deep, right? It's time to just challenge yourself. Put yourself to the test. Be what your generation needs. Be what your family needs. Put yourself out there. Okay. So 'tis the season for a challenging challenge. All right. Number 3. I couldn't wait to get to this one. 'Tis the season to give up laziness. All right. I've never seen such lazy people in the age of the influencer and the influence. That's, Lord have mercy. I can go on for days about this topic. So I'm noticing that people want handouts and don't want to do the work that is required of them to get to where they're trying to go, right? Everybody wants the secret to success and wealth, but don't want, the work that comes with it. All right. So people want the outcome without the journey. So please tell me, how is that even possible? How is it that you just want it, right, to just fall into your lap, but you don't want to do what it requires? You don't want to do what is required of you to even get there. Okay. So 'tis the season to give up laziness, right? And so I just feel that if people grasp this, if they gave up laziness, they would stop getting mad and wouldn't give up anymore, because they finally realized that sometimes, it may require a few all-nighters, and it may require money out of your pocket to, let's say, start that business, to start that venture. And it requires tons of research to figure out what you're trying to achieve. So, people will no longer be able to get mad. They'll be able to see, okay, this is what is required of me, right? So 'tis the season to give up laziness. One thing I learned about being an entrepreneur is that it requires a lot of unexpected sacrifices. And laziness, y'all, it would take you out. It would take you out. It would hurt your business if you try to cut corners. Trust me, I know. I'm not going to get into that. That's another episode for another day. So laziness shouldn't exist in your life, especially when you have goals, you have purpose, you know what you're supposed to be doing in this life, and you know what it requires to get there. Don't cut corners. All right. I've learned that it will not happen overnight. Whatever it is that you desire, it won't just happen. It requires work. So I have to constantly remind myself that in this season of my life, on this entrepreneur journey, I simply am just laying the foundation right now, right? I'm laying the foundation, I'm building, and you cannot build a building without a foundation. It will crumble as soon as there is turbulence or turmoil. You have to lay the foundation. You will have to do things that you don't want to do in the beginning in order to reach your end goal, and that is okay. And that's why sometimes I don't believe in that term overnight success, because I guarantee you that that person started somewhere, that business started somewhere. Yes, they may have gone viral, but it took a certain action to get them there, right? Proverbs 6:9 says, "But you lazy bones, how long will you sleep? When will you wake up? A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding to the hands to rest. Then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit." It says poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. It says scarcity will attack you like an armed robber, which will lead me to my next point. Y'all, it says that poverty will pounce on you. You lazy bones, how long will you sleep? Wow, that's Proverbs 6 verses 9 through 11, the NLT version. So that leads me to my next point. Number 4, 'tis the season for giving up. For giving up what? For giving up unrealistic goal setting and not setting goals at all. Proverbs 29:18 says, man, I'm giving y'all some wisdom today. Proverbs 29:18 says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he." Habakkuk 2 says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it," y'all. You got to wait for it. Write the vision and wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Wow. That's wisdom, y'all. That's the word. Those aren't my words. That's the word of God. All right. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. You need to set goals and have a vision. Okay. Have a vision or idea of where you would like to go in life. Stop waking up just existing. Stop waking up just existing. Yes, I said that. You have got to be tired, y'all. You got to be tired of just existing, okay? Set your goals and do something. Once it is in your head and on paper, your actions will begin to line up with what you set out to do and what it is that you don't want to do. So remember that part as well. And I can say that with confidence that it works, okay? So that was number 4. Number 5. 'Tis the season for giving up bad spending habits. All right. 'Tis the season for giving up bad spending habits and not budgeting at all. All right. Y'all, that one speaks so much for itself. So much information on the internet about how to budget already. So I'll do y'all a favor and not bore you with that topic. But some of us are just too grown to not have a budget. And please know it's never too early and it's never too late. All right. So 'tis the season for giving up bad spending habits and not budgeting. Y'all too old out there to not be budgeting. You too grown to be, just be out there spending frivolously. So let's get it together in the upcoming month and the upcoming new year. All right. Number 6, competing with others. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season to stop competing with others. Let's give it up. Let's give it up, y'all. The only person that you should be competing with in this upcoming month and this upcoming new year is you. You should be aiming to be a better you than yesterday, y'all. Compete with you. Compete with yourself. Time out to be competing with other people. And there's more information about that as well out there. Everybody talks about it. Comparison is a thief of joy. Blase, blase, blase. That's just something we all need to learn to practice. All right. Compete with yourself. Number 7, 'tis the season for breaking cycles of bad habits and generational curses that have plagued you in your entire adolescent years and your entire adulthood. You know what you should be doing to reverse the tide in your family bloodline, in your generation, in your community. All right, y'all, the time is now. Tell yourself that next year will not be like this year. All right, to reiterate, it's time to give up fear. Let's give up fear in the new season. All right, it's time to start challenging ourselves. It's time to start giving ourselves real challenges and not easy challenges. It's time to let go of the laziness. All right, it's time to give up unrealistic goal setting or not setting goals at all. 'Tis the season for giving up bad spending habits and not budgeting. All right, time to stop competing with others. And it's time to break those cycles that y'all know that should be broken, and you have the tools to break them. All right. So I'll leave this with you all today. I created this 15 actionable what if journaling exercise. I enjoy journaling. So it's a great journaling prompt that I created during my time of journaling, and believe that it will help someone as it has helped me. And you can adjust it accordingly. All right. So you don't have to label them exactly how I labeled them, but these are 15 actionable what if statements. All right. Number 1, what if I started XYZ? So write that down and finish the sentence. What if I started XYZ? What if I finished? Number 2, what if I finished? Number 3, what if I prayed? What would happen if I would have just prayed? What if I started that now? Number 4, what if I pursued? Number 5, what if I reached out to 25 potential clients, right? Number 6, what if I did XYZ? Number 7, what if I loved? Number 8, what if I achieved? Number 9, what if I forgave? Number 10, what if I read this book? Number 11, what if I saved? Number 12, what if I gave? All right. Number 13, what if I networked? Number 14, what if I didn't finish? Number 15, what if I didn't start? All right. So you guys can adjust those accordingly and tailor them to where you are in your life. Again, I'm all about impromptu success. Like, it looks differently for everybody, so do what works for you. And remember, it's time, it's the season, 'tis the season to give up. I want y'all to tell somebody that next time y'all see them, it's time to just give up some stuff. All right, y'all, let's go into the new year happy, healthy, and wealthy. All right, God bless.